So they just keep quiet, which is the problem. Keeping quiet is the major problem. Early detection saves life. So when I met her, we talked. I got so emotional, like I'm about to get now. So a lot of people, I met about 5 survivors that day. And then we met people that have just been diagnosed, luckily for them, to early stage. People that was diagnosed late stages, and people that are already going through treatment.
From experience, is it possible somebody's case has gone really bad? Is it reversible?
Yeah, I have to take the words of my doctors. There is nothing God cannot do.
Okay.
So
well, you
it's
just
still
said
possible.
religious leaders make people not to get healed. Is that correct?
They do, because I've had countless encounters with people. Okay. And what you hear, most people that present late, what you hear is that I went to one prayer house and they told me not to do anything about it. Let us pray.
But your doctor said there is nothing God cannot do.
Exactly, I know. But in my own case, there is nothing God cannot do. But that doesn't remove the fact that you should seek your medical treatments. God cures through the doctors. He uses any means. I am a Christian, and a strong one indeed. I believe that there is nothing God cannot do, but God uses people to do it. So it doesn't mean that miracles don't happen. There are people that it just disappears for whatever reason. Those miracles happen. But some miracles...
Like your own case?
Miracles goes through doctors too.
Okay.
That is what I want everyone to
You're
know.
trying to expound on the case. I talked about when it gets so bad. Is it reversible?
It may be. It may be. I remembered one of my doctors telling me that he had, a patient that was already in stage 4, and he started working on
stage 4.
Yes, that is the final stage.
Like palliative already.
I'll get to that. Now, just to remind the viewers, today we are doing advocacy, and the advocacy is on cancer. My guest on discussion segment on Insight Now, none is a medical person, but by the next segment we are taking on a medical person who will be taking us through what to go through, some of the things we hear now. Some expert by the next segment will tell us what and what to do and what not to do. So I just heard about stage 4.
Yeah.
So we have stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4.
three,
Can you break
stage
it down
4.
for us? I leave the two of you.
Okay. Stage 1 is when it is just, take for instance, early detection.
Okay.
It's just noticed, it's still small, it's still localized, in an organ. Take for instance, mine is breast cancer, so that's it. Then it's just there. Then stage 2 is when it has, more like metastasized, that it has spread to parts of the organ.
Okay, let me hold there. Stage 3 and 4, let me hear from you.
Stage 3 and 4 means it has gone to vital organs. For instance, the liver.
Do 3 and 4 are the same?
Yeah.
Oh, not the same, but almost.
Okay.
So it has gone to the liver, the heart, the kidney, then or the brain. So that is when it presents late.
Sorry, do all cancer cases get to the liver and brain? Because here you have cancer of the blood, cancer of the eye. Cancer is everywhere.
Yeah. Eventually it gets as it progresses.
Yes.
So all kinds of cancer spread through the major organs?
The cancer cells consumes its host.
Okay.
So when it starts small, it's like, oh, nothing is there. But left untreated, it spreads to the whole body.
Imagine we are together somewhere speaking to a huge crowd of persons. What are you telling them in terms of cancer advocacy? Talk to us now.
If I am Jamila and I'm advocating for cancer patients, it means whenever I see a cancer patient suffering, I am not looking at it as it is their battle or it is the government battle, it is their family's battle. No, I see it as my own battle because every person has the right to live, has the right to good health, good medical facility, good doctors and all that. So in Nigeria, we hardly come by that. People that care for people that are not family members, people that care for doctors that, yes, doctors like profession is to save life first of all, but then a lot of people get so much pressure from patients, from different angles. So some of them don't give that particular attention to such patients. So that is what we're advocating for.
Okay.
That is what I am advocating for.
Okay.
Good medical system, good facility and all that.
So have you taken it to any government institution before now?
Of
Have you
course.
achieved results?
Definitely. A lot of we are progressing, but there's still a lot more to be done.
Okay, let me go to Gloria. So talk to us.
Yeah, we've gone a long way. We went to the National Assembly for advocacy, and I remember Senator Mao Ohuabunwa, he proposed a bill on National Center for Cancer Research and Treatment, and that bill was signed into law last year, but it has not been established, which is one of the things that bothers me a lot. You go through rigorous paperwork, and at the end of it all, to see the implementation becomes a problem, because cancer needs to be funded independently. It can't just exist under Federal Ministry of Health, whereby you have other kinds of diseases still seeking for the attention of the minister. But if it has its own budget, then you can tackle it directly. So we do that. We also have advocacy visits to Federal Ministry of Health. In fact, the Minister of Health, yes. So we talk to him, we engage him. And yes, he is trying. But I always have this feeling that he's too handicapped to do much. Because
handicapped in terms of what? Expertise or finances?
In terms of getting that willpower to push it further. Let me give you an instance. In 2017, the federal government wanted to renovate the runway, the Nnamdi Azikiwe runway, and they promised 6 weeks. And the normal Nigerian thing, everybody was like, is it going to happen? Oh, forget about it. But no, they delivered before 6 weeks. Why? Because there was that will. The government was there. They gave it all they got. And the company, the construction company, delivered before the time. So what are we saying? So when the minister comes and tells you, yes, we'll do this. Yes, I can see it, but can he take it to the next level? That is the problem.
Okay, hold it there. Well, she just talked about the fact that she has observed that the minister wants to do a lot, but he's limited. Can the private sector come in? Is it possible?
It is very possible, because cancer is very expensive. Treating cancer in Nigeria especially is very, very expensive. And we know a lot of Nigerians live below the poverty line. So if we have a common case of cancer having about 2 to 3 million bill, we don't know where these patients will get that money from. So it's always very expensive. So if every Nigerian can put it in their agenda to support, maybe monthly, weekly, depending on how much you have.
What is your group doing, the Abuja Breast Cancer Support? What do you do? One sentence before we go.
Abuja Breast Cancer Support Group brings together all cancer patients, survivors, just diagnosed, and those undergoing treatment, and their caregivers under one roof. And we discuss on the way forward on how to make things better for the patients, not just us, but Nigeria as a whole.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Jamila Abdul, Patient Navigator, Project Pink Blue. It was nice talking with you on Inside.
My pleasure, sir.
And also Gloria Orji, President Abuja Breast Cancer Support. I must say, I'm meeting, you're about the third cancer survivor I've met, and you have done it for nine years. It was nice talking with you on Inside.
Thank you.
I appreciate that you having me.
Today on Inside, we're doing advocacy on cancer. Up next on the program is the interview segment, and we are going to have this time an expert who is also into cancer treatment and is known globally. Let's stand by for the next segment, which is the interview segment. Stay with us.
Now join our outside broadcast crew for a live telecast. Please stay tuned.
They've taken untold millions that they never toiled to earn, but without a brain and muscles, not a single way could turn. We can break their haughty powers, gain our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. Solidarity. In our hands is place of power, greater than their hoarded gold, greater than a might of armies magnified a thousandfold. We can bring to birth a new world from the ashes of the old, for the union makes us strong. Solidarity. Victory, there is victory for us. There is victory for us in the struggle for Nigeria. There is victory for us. Forward, forward, ever, backward, never, in the struggle for Nigeria. There is victory. Isoleto, Isoleto, ye Africa, the struggle and victory. Thank you. Thank you.
On behalf of the Nigerian Television Authority, the largest African television network, I'd like to welcome you to the 12th Delegates Conference of the Nigerian Labour Congress, holding at the International Conference Center, Abuja. The 2019 Quadrillion National Delegate Conference of the NLC is scheduled to produce new executive members that are expected to pioneer the affairs of the Congress for another 4 years. My name is Emmanuel Ayemiro. I will be with you throughout the program to give you the proceedings.
Appreciate your presence. I hope the next executive governor of Kwara State is properly seated, Comrade Issa Remu. Please create enough room for His Excellency to be properly seated so that he can get enough hugs and handshakes. You can't hide a golden fish. Comrade Remu, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming. While acknowledging Comrade Remu, I'm also a candidate for February 16. So next time you hear my voice, it will be in the hallowed chambers of the green chambers. Thank you, comrades. I'm the ABGA candidate for Bende Federal Constituency, and I've enjoyed plenty of love from the labor movement. Thank you very much. We want to appreciate the presence of Dr. Kashim of the National Productivity Center, Dr. Kashim Ako. Thank you for coming. Let me invite the chairperson of the NLC 12th Delegate Conference Organizing Committee, Deputy President of Congress, Comrade Kiri Shaib Mohammed, to come give us the opening remarks to this conference.
Thank you, MC. The chairman of this occasion permit me to stand on the existing protocol. On behalf of the preparatory committee for this 12th NLC National Delegate Conference, I welcome all of us, especially our invited guests, both local and international, on the occasion of the 2019 Quadrennial National Delegate Conference of Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC. We recognize the presence of the leadership of Congress, members of the National Administrative Council, members of the Central Working Committee, and the National Executive Council. We welcome all the delegates from our affiliates to this epoch occasion. This year's conference is themed towards a decade of activism for the promotion of labor unity, national revival, and development, and will last from today, 5th, to tomorrow, 6th of February 2019, here at the International Conference Center, Abuja. Gathered in this conference are about 700 delegates from our affiliate representing unions that cut across both public and private sector of our dear country. We expect this conference will produce very robust discussions, debates, and intellectual discourse that will help shape the path of our movement in the years to come. May I appeal that we imbibe the ideals that distinguish our movement as the foremost pan-Nigerian, pro-people, and genuinely democratic institutions. We have the conference ground rules to guide us. As a round of these few remarks of mine, I want to thank all the subcommittees and members of NLC Secretariat that worked tirelessly to make this conference a success. I also want to commend the management of this venue for their support and cooperation. Finally, I want to thank the leadership of Congress for trusting us with this onerous responsibility. We hope we did not disappoint you. Please have a memorable conference. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, comrades, from this point on, we'll try to speed up activities. As we know, so many competing events today for this live broadcast. Once again, a reminder that this has been transmitted live on Africa's largest TV network. Next, may I call on the chairperson of the NLC FCT, Comrade Lawrence Amechi, to quickly step forward and welcome you all to this 12th Delegates Conference. Comrade Amechi.
The 12th NLC National Delegate Conference is significant as it is coming close to the heels of the commemoration of the 40th anniversary of NLC, which was held last year.
I wish to deliver this address on behalf of Comrade Lawrence Amechi, Chairperson FCT Council. I'm glad to, on behalf of the State Executive Council of the Nigerian Labour Congress, FCT Council, welcome all of you to this very important occasion and to the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The 12th Delegate Conference, like every conferences of the Congress, is unique because it is happening at a time when the country is preparing for her election. Comrades, what hope do we have as workers if elections are characterized with violence? What future do we have in the face of bad governance and insensitivity to workers' welfare? A time will come, and that is now, when workers must unite to launch proactive measures and identify those that are not doing what we expect them to do. I therefore urge you all as workers to remain united and vote wisely. For bad future not to happen, we must cripple very fast. It is my expectations that the conference will be void of upheaval and indecent behavior from distinguished delegates. It is my desire that the country will learn from the outcome of this conference. The Council wishes to identify with the Congress in this wonderful event and to register her appreciations for the monumental achievements in the struggle for workers' welfare. As full soldiers of the Federal Capital City, we have been carrying out the directives of the national headquarters in all protests and rallies. The most recent was the struggle for national minimum wage. We urge the Congress not to relent on her oars until the bill is signed into law. I urge all affiliates to embrace spirit of oneness, which is pivotal to struggle for the emancipation of the downtrodden. I thank you all for being here. It is our prayer that the Almighty God that brought us here will lead us back to our various destinations. Thank you. Aluta continua.
Thank you, comrades, for the warm welcome. Let's quickly, before inviting the next speakers, we want to appreciate the presence of the People's Senior Advocate, Nigerian Senior Advocate, NLC Senior Advocate, Brother Comrade Femi Falana.
This is the network service of the NTA. We now join our outside broadcast crew for a live telecast. Please stay tuned.
A very good afternoon to all of you out there, and welcome Ekiti Parapo Pavilion in Ekiti State, venue of the presidential campaign of the All Progressives Congress, APC. Mr. President, Muhammadu Buhari has just arrived at the venue, and everything is as good as set for the formal takeoff of the campaign. We have quite a number of dignitaries here, and as time goes by, that is the President of the Federal Republic, will be telling you more about the dignitaries here. The national leader of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is here. A number of governors are here, 7 governors, including the host governor, Kayode Fayemi. I am Samuel Johnson, and my colleague, Tayo Osho, is also here.
Yes, good morning and welcome to the live transmission.
culture to properly welcome all our dignitaries that will do the introductions. Honorable Paul, are you down?
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency, the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency, the Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Your Excellency, the National Leader of our party, my Governor, Dr. Kaude Fayemi, the wife, Excellencies, National Working Committee members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, party members, and everybody here present. It is my joy to welcome you to Ekiti State today. Today is a different day in the life of Ekiti people. Our president is here again. He was here in 2015. And when the president was here, he was here to sell our party candidate then to Ekiti people. And the man was accepted subsequently, and Ekiti State voted for us. Today now, we are hosting the president of this Federal Republic of Nigeria as a government in the state, and at the same time, as APC in this state. Then, it was the PDP that was in government in Ekiti State, but today, what we are seeing is our own sitting governor, Dr. Kaude Fayemi. Sir, we want to thank the president, sir, first and foremost, and our national leaders for the support you have always been giving to the government of Ekiti State and for the Ekiti State people as a whole. And we want to say that we are thanking you for what you have been able to do for us in Ekiti State, from the appointments given to our citizens to the various projects that we are having in Ekiti State by the federal government, like the housing scheme, federal housing scheme, the federal secretariat, the empower for over 13,000 youths of Ekiti State, the rail project that Ekiti State has been included to enjoy, and so many other things. And I want to say that Ekiti State, we were once in dark. We were once in the dark. Today we have decided to leave the wilderness. We have come to the limelight, and we are no longer prepared to go back to the dark days. And for this reason, we have chosen in Ekiti State to go for APC. Mr. President, on behalf of the APC in Ekiti State and on behalf of everybody here in the state, we are assuring you that the election that is coming on the 16th of February will surely be our own election. We are going to take the day and we shall be victorious. We are saying again, sir, that Mr. Governor of Ekiti State has done a lot to create the environment for us to be able to succeed and win all elections that are coming between February and March. We are saying, since the inception of the government of Dr. Kaude Fayemi in Ekiti State, we have been experiencing dramatic and enormous changes. We have seen a lot of things in the areas of payment of salaries, in the areas of the programs that are meant for the well-being of the people. He has been paying salaries punctually and as at when due. And apart from that, he was just 12 days in office when he paid for October, for the month of October. And now he has been able to take care of at least 1 month out of what the former government is owing. And we are now saying that we are prepared, we are fully prepared to support APC and to make sure that President Muhammadu Buhari wins the coming election. It shall be well with us in Ekiti State. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And a big amen to that. I want to quickly welcome our governors here. Governor Keredolu of Ondo, Governor Amosu of Ogun, Governor Jimobi of Oyo, Baba Konde, Baba Awamo KKK, you are most welcome. Mrs. Fayemi, wife of the governor, of course our host governor, Governor Fayemi. We also welcome members of the National Working Committee, led by, of course, our chairman, Comrade Adams Oshiomole, DG Campaign Council, Senator Mishore, Baba Fasomi, and Chief Akiri Adule. You're all welcome. Now we move on now. We're going to call on our DG, our chairman. Of course, you all know him, Lion of the Niger Delta. Be ready for some Owambe as we call on former Governor Rotimi Chibuke Amechi. Tamabawa Soronsi. Wasiu Arowe. Oh yeah.
She has spoken Yoruba on my behalf. When you speak, you interpret what you say. Hey. Thank you. Not enough time for us. Your Excellency, Mr. President, I'm sure you are delighted with the kind of crowd here. And the way the Yorubas look. Very handsome and beautiful men and women. Wonderful in dressing. You can see, Mr. President, look at the different headgear and how very colorful it is. I'm sure this side too, the same. So we thank the governor of Ekiti, Mr. President, the vice president, our leader, the national chairman of the party, our guys, the governors, our dear wife, the wife of my friend, the leaders of the party, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank all of you for turning out today on behalf of the president and on behalf of the campaign. We will be very clear of what we have done and what we intend to do. It is important that everybody listens to what we have done. Mr. President, today you will not accuse me of putting you in trouble because you approved that we should extend railway to Ekiti town. That was your approval. When we came under the government of a PDP, the railway was designed under President Obasanjo to go from Lagos to Kano. There was no branch to Akure. There was no branch to Ekiti. I know the only branch was to Ibadan and to Osogbo. So in the southwest, it was to cover Lagos, Abuja, Osogbo, and Ibadan. It's under your government and the approval that you said it must get to every capital. So we go to you privately, Mr. President, and ask you to extend to Ekiti. And then John was a member of cabinet. So he was very happy when we got it extended to Ekiti at the cost of $500 million extra. Your Excellency, that extension was also given to Ondo, to Akure. I remember the governor of Ondo harassing me, how do we get this into Ondo? We had to extend from the Lagos-Calabar one to Akure. So you ask yourself, what's the importance of extending railway to Ekiti? After all, 45 minutes you're at Akure. The importance is the number of jobs we will create. Currently, Lagos-Ibadan, we are generating not less than 50,000 jobs for Lagos-Ibadan that will start this next week. So if we generate between 50,000 to 100,000 jobs by next week, shouldn't PDP tell us why they abandoned it? They are claiming, the PDP people are claiming that these are their projects. The Lagos-Ibadan project was negotiated by Kemi, Adeosun, and myself. There is no other person that negotiated that loan. Under the directive of Mr. President, we had to go to China to negotiate the loan. And today, when we start the Ibadan to Kano part, we will at the same time start the one from Osogbo to Ekiti. And I'm sure the Ekiti people will agree with us that not only can we create jobs, the efforts you put in transporting your goods and services will be reduced. The cost of food items will reduce. You can have food items that come from the north to Ekiti. And all of us would have been the better for it. For me, as Minister for Transport, I can assure you that once we are voted into power, the entire railway, beginning from Lagos to Kano, will generate over 1 million jobs. And we're waiting for PDP to challenge us on that because they were in power. they did not start it. The only railway they started was Kaduna to Abuja. That's the only one they started. So far, we have done Itape to Warri, which is nearly completion. We've started the services. The Vice President has kindly agreed that on the 7th, he will join us in Lagos to take a train ride. And I hope that the governor of Lagos State will join us. I mean, the governor of Ogun State and possibly Lagos State will join us. And the Alake has also agreed to join us to take a ride on the 7th of February from Iju in Lagos State to Abuja town. And by the way, it is free for 3 months. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. I show one railway to call. Also cost another 500 million naira. Let's go through Ekiti. $500 million. I don't think they can hear us over there. Nigeria. What I beg, Vice President Vice President Omonwa Babawa. Professor Yemi Oshibajo, recently. The Lord will continue to guide you and every one of us. We now move on and call on our host governor, His Excellency, Governor Kayode Fayemi, CON, to talk to us. Leg back. Music, Wasiu Agboyimbe.
Thank you. K1, Eshenwo. K1, Eshenwo. Nigeria. Nigeria. 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4. Mr. President, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, His Excellency, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, our leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Jagaban of the universe, the chairman of our great party, Comrade Adams Oshomole, my brother governors, our own father, Baba Awomo Kekeke, Chief Bisi Akonde, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Ekiti State, my darling wife, the wife of Mr. Governor, the Right Honorable Speaker, our own special Omoluabi of Ekiti, Otumba Adeniyi Adebayo, the National Deputy Chairman of our party, other members of the National Working Committee here present, the DG of our campaign, my brother and friend, Right Honorable Rotimi Chibuike Amechi, and other members of the campaign organization, party leaders, community leaders, political leaders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Are we not happy that the president is here with us? How are we going to demonstrate our love and happiness to the president? We will move with him to the next level. Are you ready to move with him to the next level? On February 16, 2019, what are you going to do to them? Ẹ fi ìbò kọlà sí wọn lójú àbí? Ẹ sọ pé ọmọ ilé ni wá kì í ṣọmọ àlè. Ẹ sọ pé Èkìtì ló ní Buhari, Buhari ló l'Èkìtì. Ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀ bọ̀. Ṣé la ṣe pé ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀ bọ̀ láyé wá, bàbá ṣé la ṣe pé ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀ bọ̀, bàbá ṣé la ṣe pé ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀ bọ̀ láyé wá, bàbá ṣé la ṣe pé. You know, they thought it was not possible. But God made it possible. You remember one man who, when they asked him, "What have you done for Ekiti State in the last 4 years to think you deserve for your party to be elected?" You remember what he said? He said, "I don't need to do anything. I was only yesterday under the bridge frying gari." You fry gari without paying salaries to workers. You fry gari without free education. You fry gari without free healthcare for the people. You fried gari with hunger in the land. And of course, Ekiti people demonstrated the stuff they are made of. And they kicked them out. Now, having done that for us, I have a clear message. And what we have seen in the last 100 days of our being in office has even convinced Ekiti people further that they do not have a choice than to stay with the consolidation agenda of the change team led by Mr. President. And the message I get from every nook and cranny of this state, from all our KBACs, from all our community leaders, from all our towns unions, from all the ordinary people, is that we will be further rewarded with multiple votes on February 16 and March 2nd, 2019. Bye-bye to
kò sóṣù nínú ayé wa kò sóṣù lẹ́kìtì o kò sóṣù lẹ́kìtì o bye-bye tó jàtijàti.
When we came in, thank you. When we came into office, on October 16, 2018. Mr. President, we had only one member in the Ekiti State House of Assembly. Today, Mr. President, up till yesterday, they've kept on defecting to our party. And we now have 10 members in that House of Assembly in APC. We have also a unanimously elected speaker who is here with us. And there are other leaders here who I'm sure Mr. Chairman of our party will welcome, who have decided that they want to leave darkness and be on the path of light. And it is because of what they've seen in government in the last 3 months. So for us in the Southwest, Mr. President, you can go to sleep. Àwa la fẹ́ ni fẹ́rẹ̀ o.
It's up a dice. Oh yeah, fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀. Oh yeah, fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀. Oh yeah, fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀.
This is very important. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ yìí ó ṣe pàtàkì. Torí ẹ má jẹ́ kí wọ́n pa jálọ̀bọ̀ fún wa. Gbogbo àwa gómìnà tẹ́ ẹ dìbò yìn sípò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, gbogbo alápéjúpéjẹ síbí o. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi Akin Àǹbọ̀dé nítorí pé ó ń ṣe ètò ìṣúná lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, èyí ló ń ṣe bọ́jẹ̀tì ni ò ṣe sí bí ó sì dùn pé òun ò lè sí láàrin wa. Ẹ ṣé o. Yoruba people will not be taken for a ride on a pot of porridge. You voted us in willingly, the 6 of us. Abiola Ajimobi in Oyo State. Ibikunle Amosu in Ogun State. Gboyega Oyetola in Osun State. Arákùnrin Rotimi Akeredolu in Ondo State. Akinwumi Ambode in Lagos State. And of course my humble self in Ekiti State. That is 6/6. Our leaders are also here. The authentic Afenifere leader is here. Senator Pa Ayo Fasomi. Baba is here. You can see him there. Asiwaju is here. Baba Akonde is here. And some pretenders somewhere say they are Afenifere. The Afenifere are here. Our vice president is here. Bàbá bá gbogbo wa sọ̀rọ̀. So ẹ má jẹ́ kó pàjá lọ́bọ̀ fún wa.
Kọ́lá bẹ́ẹ̀ni bẹ́ẹ̀rẹ̀ o, àwa la bẹ́ẹ̀ni bẹ́ẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ wa ṣàlà wà mọ̀. La bẹ́ẹ̀ni bẹ́ẹ̀rẹ̀.
On behalf of Ẹgbẹ́ Afẹ́nifẹ́re, Ẹgbẹ́ Ìlọsíwájú, I would want to welcome into our midst our president and our vice president who are here today. By the grace of God, come February 16, by the grace of God, we shall be rejoicing they have been voted into office for the second term. I want to thank God in particular for the accident declared that took place, and we have a vice president who is here today. Ọlọ́run máa wà pẹ̀lú yín o. Gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ Yorùbá pátápátá láti Èkó títí dé Ògùn, títí dé Ìbàdàn, títí dé Ọ̀ṣun, títí dé Ekiti, àti títí dé Oǹdó, gbogbo wa la wà lẹ́yìn yín o. Àwọn kan sọ pé ẹgbẹ́ Afẹ́nifẹ́re ni wọ́n lọ síbi kan ni wọ́n mú owó náà wá. Party of dollar and naira ni. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run, nígbà tó bá máa di March 6, nígbà tó máa celebrate 110 years tó jẹ́ pé a bí bàbá Ọbáfẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀, a tún máa celebrate pé a ti wọlé not only at the national level, not only at the federal house, but also at the state assembly. Inú mi dùn púpọ̀ pé inú mi dùn pé mo wà ń bí lẹ́nìí, but màá sí ọ̀rọ̀ mẹ́ta tí leader bá ń sọ tó jẹ́ pé màá fẹ́ sọ. Ó ní we must continue to stand firm like an anvil under the stroke. Ṣé ìlà ṣe ṣe àbí ìyẹn kọ́ la ṣe ṣe? Ó ní it is not life that matters, but the courage you bring into it. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run, nígbà tó bá di February 16 àti March 2, àwọn la máa wọlé. God bless.
Tẹ́ bá ń wá Afẹ́nifẹ́re ló wà ń bí o. Bàbá Àkàndé wà ń bí, màá gbé microphone fún wọn lẹ́yìn bàbá Fásánmi. Àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re orí tẹlifíṣàn wọ́n yàtọ̀ sí Afẹ́nifẹ́re authentic.
Bàbá wa, bàbá Afẹ́nifẹ́re.
Bàbá Àkàndé.
Bàbá ọmọ kéékèèké.
Bàbá Àkàndé.
Bàbá ọmọ kéékèèké.
Kò fi wá ṣeré.
Bàbá ọmọ kéékèèké.
Bàbá mi bàbá wa. Ara yín yẹn lé. Ẹ lálàáfíà. Ẹ pẹ́ fún wa o.
Bàbá wa. Ara yín yẹn lé. Ẹ lálàáfíà. Ẹ pẹ́ fún wa o.
Èyí la Afẹ́nifẹ́re.
Afẹ́nifẹ́re.
Èyí la Afẹ́nifẹ́re.
Èyí la Afẹ́nifẹ́re. Bàbá wa, bàbá Afẹ́nifẹ́re, bàbá Ayọ̀ Fásánmi, ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn ni bàbá wa, wọ́n ti lé mẹ́rin ní 90 ọdún báyìí. 93 going to 94 years of age. Àwọn tó ń mọ̀ tán Awólọ́wọ̀, tó ń mọ̀ tán Afẹ́nifẹ́re, àwọn tó ń lè sọ̀tàn yẹn lọ́sàn-án, tó ń lè san lóru, àwọn náà ń kó wa jẹ. Àwa la Afẹ́nifẹ́re, Buhari ni ó wọlé. Ta ni ó wọlé o? Ta ni Yorùbá?
Buhari ló lè ṣe. Buhari ló lè ṣe.
Ta ni Yorùbá wà lẹ́yìn ẹ o? Buhari, ẹ ṣé o.
Ẹ ṣeun o. A sì ń láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn bàbá wa. Ẹni tó bá sì ní àní tí yóò mọ̀ pé ibi tí yóò bá wà rèé, a máa wò wá bí fọ́tò ni. Ojú wọn ni ó ṣe, kò ní ṣẹ̀yìn wọn. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run, ìbò ti Buhari ti wọlé lÉkìtì o. Gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa dìtàn tí ò ní kù ẹyọ kan. Ẹ ṣé o.
Niger flavor that come.
Oye fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀, oye fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀, fún wọn jẹ́ pé ṣé wẹ́gbẹ̀. Oye fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀, oye fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀, oye fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀, fún wọn jẹ́ pé ṣé wẹ́gbẹ̀. iPhone 2, iPhone 3, iPhone 4, iPhone 5, iPhone 6, iPhone 7, Aboki wedding naira. Me want change on for my dollar. 10 billion for my moto. Owo to koda ni shomato. Our Aboki. Telling them, hey, King Kapi Pani. Ask about me for Ikega. They go tell you how I get down. Log in Instagram. Now my story full of time. Oye fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀, oye fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀, oye fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀, fún wọn jẹ́ bí ṣé wẹ́gbẹ̀. Oye fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀, oye fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀, oye fún wọn lẹ́gbẹ̀gbẹ̀.
Thank you. Wasiu, thank you. So ẹ ti gbọ́ o, authentic Afẹ́nifẹ́re ló wà ń bí, kì í ṣe 419 Afẹ́nifẹ́re, ẹ ti rí àwọn bàbá wa. So, àtẹ̀síwájú sí, we welcome our governor, the governor of Osun State, Governor Boyega Oyetola. You're most welcome. Now, we've heard from Baba Konde, Baba Fasomi. Now to hear from another father of ours, our father, our leader, the one and only Jagaban Bogu, Jagaban Africa, Jagaban of the world. Aṣíwájú ti sọ̀rọ̀ àti gbọ́. Oya Wasiu. Aṣíwájú Bola Ahmed Tinubu will now talk to us.
Sọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu ẹ, ayé mi mú ẹ sí. Àkànbí Aṣíwájú. Sọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu ẹ, ayé mi mú ẹ sí. Múni kì í mọ̀ ṣá. Sọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu ẹ, ayé mi mú ẹ sí. Múni kì í mọ̀ ṣá. Sọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu ẹ, ayé mú ẹ sí. A ò bá ní padà o. Ibi ò bá lọ là ń lọ. Àwa ò bá ní padà o. Ibi ò bá lọ là ń lọ. A ò bá ní padà o. Ibi ò bá lọ là ń lọ. Àwa ò bá ní padà o. Ibi ò bá lọ là ń lọ.
Thank you, President Buhari. Thank you, Muhammadu Buhari. You are here today. We are happy. Our fathers, our uncles, our brothers, our sisters and our wives, they are all happy that you are here, Mr. President. We thank God for His goodness, for His glory, for our Vice President, that He didn't give us tears, He didn't give us sorrows over him. glory be to God Almighty. Oshiba Josiah, a person alive, great, and hearty. Ọpẹ́ wa ò lè tó, ojoojúmọ́ la máa dúpẹ́. But one thing is clear. They have come from all the corners again to lie to you. People, Destruction Party, PDP, Papa Deceived Pikin, PDP, Poverty Development Party, PDP. They are here again to lie to you. One who is always busy with container business. He says he's running mate. He has propagated another container economy. They want to come back. Sell our commonwealth. They lie to you. They want to, they are people saying, PDP will create 2 million jobs a year. And nobody has asked him how. When you were there with Obasanjo, how many jobs did you create? And how many times did you quarrel openly? How many times did Obasanjo accuse Atiku of stealing the PTDF money? What was his answer? He said Obasanjo stole 2. He said he was not the only thief. And he cited over 8 instances when Obasanjo directly took PTDF money for personal and poultry use. Ekiti, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá.
Àwa ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbọ́ pa wà lẹ́nu yín mọ́. And today, we say, don't steal again. And we are going to stop this corruption. Then they started fighting. They started labeling. They started calling Buhari all sorts of names. Let me ask you, who shared the electricity company? Call some generation, call another one disco. Who is giving you fake tariff estimated billing to pay? Except Buhari stop them. You cannot do that. You cannot cheat the poor people for the rich. What is Atiku's response and PDP? Is that what is wrong if I share Nigerian resources with my friends? Is that what you want them to come back to do?
Will you vote for that? Will you vote for that? Who is here fighting for you? Who will you vote for? Who is reviving agriculture? Who is sponsoring anchor borrowers? Anchor borrowers have generated over 5.8 million jobs. And when we extend it, it guarantees employment for Ekiti people. From where do you discover that cassava is a raw material for methanol and it's possible for our industry, for plastic industry? It's only Buhari. If you start to producing them here, will you not have factory in Ekiti? Will you not get employment for the youth in Ekiti? Who is owing workers? PDP. Ọmọ òní bá gbèsè ńlẹ̀ náà ń wílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àwa bá gbèsè ńlẹ̀ o. Àwọn ilé ìjẹgbèsè sílẹ̀ fún wa ni. A dẹ̀ ti ń san láti jọ ẹ̀. Wọ́n jẹ sálárì, wọ́n jẹ pẹ́ńsọ́nà, wọ́n ò san. Ta ló ń rọ́jú láti san sí i? Láti san. Ẹ sọ sókè. Sẹ́ni PVC. Sẹ́ni PVC. You have PVC. Tó bá ní PVC náwó ẹ̀ sókè.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá délé ìbò bẹ́ẹ̀ bá rà mí gbalẹ̀. APC ló dúró fún níbẹ̀ ṣáàlì ẹ̀tẹ̀ ká sí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá délé ìbò bẹ́ẹ̀ bá rà mí gbalẹ̀. APC ló dúró fún níbẹ̀ ṣáàlì ẹ̀tẹ̀ ká sí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá délé ìbò ẹ má wá Fáyẹmí ń bẹ̀ o. Ẹ lè rí fọ́tò Fáyẹmí o. Fọ́tò wo lẹ máa wá? APC.
Ìgbálẹ̀ ni ẹ tẹ̀ka sí. Àmì ìgbálẹ̀ ni ẹ tẹ̀ka sí o. Ìkẹlẹ́ yìí ìgbálẹ̀ ni ẹ tẹ̀ka sí. Àmì ìgbálẹ̀ ni ẹ tẹ̀ka sí o. Ẹ̀yin ará mi, bó bá di ìjọba ó dìbò ìgbálẹ̀ ni ẹ tẹ̀ka sí. Ìgbálẹ̀ ni ẹ tẹ̀ka sí.
Ó ṣe kéwà.
Ìgbálẹ̀ ni ẹ tẹ̀ka sí o. Ẹ̀yin ará mi, bó bá di ìjọba ó dìbò ìgbálẹ̀ ni ẹ tẹ̀ka sí.
God bless you, kéwà. Ibo lẹ máa tẹ̀ka sí. APC. Àmì ìgbálẹ̀. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Ẹjọ́ rọwọ́ yín lókè lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
Anybody bo APC o. Aṣòwò, ajèrè, akéré, òkòdélé. Àwọn títí wọ́n ti bàjẹ́. Òní kò ná mọ́ tiwa. Ẹ má ṣe bá wọn jà. Ìbò ni ẹ dì o. Ọ̀dọ̀wọ́ ẹ má ṣe bá wọn jà o. Ìbò ni ẹ dì o. Ẹ má ṣe bá wọn jà sẹ́ o. Ìbò ni ẹ dì o. Ẹ má ṣe bá wọn jà o. Ìbò ni ẹ dì o. Àkọ́bí àwa ò máa ní padà o. Ibi ò bá lọ là ń lọ. Àwa ò máa ní padà o. Ibi ò bá lọ là ń lọ. Àwa ò máa ní padà o. Ibi ò bá lọ là ń lọ. Àwa ò máa ní padà o.
Thank you. I don't have all the day today. I'm so happy.
Àgọ̀ ló máa dẹ́bi yẹ gbẹ̀yìn o. Àgọ̀ ló máa dẹ́bi yẹ gbẹ̀yìn. Ìsẹ̀yìn yàtọ̀ kí kálukú lọ́mọ. Àgọ̀ ló máa dẹ́bi yẹ gbẹ̀yìn.
Let me thank you.
Àdúrà kan tí mo gbà síwájú of Lagos. Kò fún wa. Ìgbésí ayé má bàjẹ́ bí owó ńlá ńlá. Àwọn olùmọ̀dí wẹ́rẹ́.
Thank you very much. Let me leave the microphone. I'm so happy. I'll be here till tomorrow morning. But we are leaving for Ondo soon because we are keeping people in the sun and many other people to address you. One thing you must remember, for your vote to count, you must go there early. Eyi mama wa, iyawo wa, aburo wa, all of you the youths, it's about your future. You must go and vote your future. Don't listen to the lies. Fayemi is back in a big way, performing with our leaders here. Buhari is here to say thank you. He came here to say vote Fayemi, you gave him. We have 6 of our governors, all complete. Gbogbo kawa ló pé aṣàdẹ́tẹ̀ bíi tiwọn. A ní kẹgbẹ́ wọn.
Ẹ jáde ẹ fi ìbò sọ̀rọ̀.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. All Almighty will bless you.
Ẹ ṣé o, Aṣíwájú bàbá wa, thank you very much.
A live transmission of the presidential campaign rally here in Ekiti. The All Progressives Congress brought its presidential campaign to Ekiti State today. It's a fine, clement weather here, and the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has just addressed the crowd of supporters here, urging them to cast their votes in favor of the All Progressives Congress. Tayo.
Yes, the national leader of the APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has also intimated the crowd on how to vote rightly to ensure that votes are not void. This is still the live transmission of the Bayo Osinbajo's presidential campaign rally in Ekiti State.
To bring to this podium the 2-term former governor of Edo State, the #1 former consummate labor leader, the man whose first assignment as national chairman was to deliver the governor of Ekiti State, which he acquitted properly. Now is the time to introduce the national chairman of our great party, Comrade Adams Aliyu Oshomole, accompanied by the members of the National Working Committee.
Yes to selflessness, yes to honesty, yes to courage, yes to patriotism, yes to responsibility.
Thank you very much. Show mo pé iṣẹ́ wà lọ́wọ́. Your Excellency, Mr. President, President Muhammadu Buhari, Your Excellencies, our leaders, the Jugaba of the universe, the Asiwaju of the globe, my comrades, governors, virtually all the governors from the southwest are here, except the one that is presenting a budget today, and he will come and have his turn. Mr. President, I want to go straight. I am inspired by the speech, the opening remark by the governor. Governor Fayemi Kayode, when he tried to draw our attention to the fact that the world we now live in, you have original, you have fake of everything. You have fake news, you have fake drugs, you have fake pastors, you have fake imams, and yet we also know the original pastors, original imams, original drugs, and original people. So when I hear people who are hungry, who have never had the benefit, or who cannot claim in their CV they have ever been elected by the people of Yoruba land to perform any particular role, then that is why that song, I find it to be extremely useful in moments like this. And I think the question has been answered when I saw an elder statesman, Mr. Alhaji or Chief Pa Fasobi, and of course we saw Pa Akande, Baba Awomo KKK, Ati Awomo Toti Ede KKK Toti Tobi. We saw the man who conquered the Otafama, who chained him in 2007 or 2003, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. These are people who have been elected by the people of Yoruba land. And as we speak today, Mr. President, we are justly proud that those who can speak as representatives, not self-proclaimed or self-appointed, of the Yoruba nation, are the governors here who are all seated. They were elected by the people of Yoruba land to protect the interests of the Yoruba race and to mount the present future and to guide that future on behalf of the Yoruba people. So if people who are broke, who are in seasonal political business, now assemble themselves out of hunger, and a man who is known to have formed his business capital through smuggling have money to give them to make proclamation, they are fake leaders. We are in a democracy. They are neither traditional rulers, so they can't invoke the power of ancestors, nor are they politically elected leaders, so they can't talk about my people. So I am convinced, listening to our leaders here, that we know who are the leaders of the Yoruba race. Our people cannot fake themselves. Number two, I think that the issues in this election are becoming very, very clear. It is about creating jobs for the teeming Nigeria youths. Because let us admit, we are more productive at making babies. That is why our population growth rate is almost about 3% on the average. Now somebody says to us, he is going to create jobs. But while he says he's going to create jobs, he also went on to say, I am going to sell off Nigeria the source of Nigeria, 80% of our foreign revenue is from the oil sector. Atiku Abubakar has warned us that should you mistakenly elect him, he will put Nigeria on sale. Whoever sells 80% of your asset, Kilowaku, nothing will be left. He has also said something. He is going to lift 50 million people out of poverty. Like, as you said, he never explained how. There are no miracles in the life of nation states. Everything you get is as a result of everything you plan for. Now, Atiku hopes to lift more people out of poverty, according to him, by floating the naira. And let's reduce it to layman language, by further devaluing the naira. So when Atiku invoke IMF language and he invoke the views of international finance capital and he invoke the expectations by Western worlds to recolonize our economy by taking charge of the oil sector, 100%, you know that the interest is not you, it's not me. And in case you didn't understand, he went further to clarify. I am going to enrich my friends. And he asked the interviewers, is he not entitled to enrich his friends? And everybody laughed. For me, I cried for him. Because in this stadium and in Ekiti State, can you count how many people who can call themselves Atiku's friend? If you are one of those who is going to enrich. If you are not, you are one of those who will be at the receiving end of that enrichment principle. I think the thing to speak to right now is so let us remember, we have local government people here. I was a governor in Edo State where PDP controlled the center. Another Obasanjo and later Jonathan. They awarded health centers to 774 local governments on behalf of the local government, and illegally deducted money from local government account to pay for health centers that never existed. I challenge them to deny that they did not do it. And the challenge we are dealing with today is that Mr. President has rightly decided that the way to create jobs for the future is not by miracle. You must make sensible investment in infrastructure. If you have no roads to move people from one place to the other, how do you create jobs? If you have no power supply, how do you create jobs? If you have no rail to move goods at competitive price, how do you create jobs? Everywhere in the world, when I see Peter Obi talking about China, except that it doesn't look like one of them, but I understand he buys all his goods. When you go to Nest supermarket in Abuja, 90% of the goods are Chinese made. So you will understand his bond with China. But what he's actually doing is exporting our jobs there. But what defines China's development are precisely the opposite of the public policy pronouncement that Atiku has failed to articulate. Chinese refuse to float China currency. Atiku says he will float Nigeria currency. Chinese invest in massive road construction and rail construction so that there is a chance to move raw materials, goods, and services. Atiku has never spoken to what he will do on infrastructure. Lastly, we know every day people sermonize against rural-urban migration. But how do you revise rural-urban migration? Atiku and PDP have no answer. But President Buhari doesn't only have the answer, he's already playing it out. The way to reduce and to stop rural-urban migration is to transfer prosperity to rural people. And to transfer prosperity to rural people is to encourage our rural farmers. To encourage our rural farmers is to insist that we eat only what we produce. I salute the president's courage in resisting those foreigners and their Nigerian collaborators who make money importing expired rice into Nigeria. The last comment I made, which the current governor of African Development Bank misunderstood because he was the minister. I said, how can you be celebrating agricultural policy when you have a policy that every year you grant 20s or hundreds of billions of dollars in waivers for people to bring in expired rice from all over the world at the expense of Nigerian farmers? Mr. President, it is to your credit, as you have often emphasized, that today life is returning to those rural communities who are farming various kinds of foodstuff, because once you prohibit importation, the Nigerian local farmers respond. The only problem, how many jobs have been so created? Millions of jobs. Millions of jobs in a rural community, and they complete the distribution of income away from the idle class to the real working people in our rural areas. I think going forward, I believe by the time the rail progress, if it is not terminated and sustained in the manner that the president is determined to do, I know as a union leader, the Nigerian Railway Corporation had the most powerful trade union before PDP came to destroy the rail system. They have union members that were more than 500,000 people. So when the ministry says job will be created, yes. Not only to fast track people, there will be people who will be maintaining the tracks, people will be maintaining the wagons, people will be servicing the trains, and of course those who will be doing the administrative work. Wherever Jola tells you is building roads in every state, those roads are not built automatically. They are constructed by Nigerian workers. That is how jobs are created. So when they promise you job, ask them how. In any event, my last word, and check, because you all have smartphones. When PDP came to power in 1999, with Atiku as vice president, the whole of Ikoja Industrial Estate, and I know a number of Ekiti people, they actually taught me how to eat proper padadiam. In Ikeja area, the number of textile workers alone was in tens of thousands. We have a number of them in the Solo area. We have many of them in Apapa. We have many of them everywhere in Lagos, everywhere in Port Harcourt, everywhere in Kaduna, everywhere in Kano. Other whose government did these industries fold up? It was other PDP. What was the policy? The policy of devaluation and the policy of trade liberalization. Allowed everything to come into the country. So the president's decision to prohibit a number of items that we can produce in Nigeria, that is the way to go. And I know there are many foreign powers who are not comfortable with these policies that are designed over time to make Nigeria less reliant on importation so that we can reconcile our consumption with our production capacity. I am clear. Going forward, Buhari is the way. Going forward, Buhari is the way. Starting today, Buhari is the way. That is why in Akwa Ibom, Buhari is the way. In Edo State, Buhari is the way. In Katsina, Buhari is the way. In Kano, Buhari is the way. Everywhere we have gone to, the people are spoken. And that is why, having seen, if you watch some of the televisions, and some are very biased, they will not show the crowd. But when you watch NTA and some social media, I saw somebody say, Baba Trokwe Buhari yi, Erokwe Yoni, O dabi pe Baba yi spirit ni o, to bari awon mo to jade di Kano, ikot wori wole so. So I believe it is very clear. Nigerians are speaking from state to state, from local government to local government, and they made up their mind to return the president who they can trust, not the one whose business partners are in prison. Who is William Jefferson? His Atiku business partner. He's in prison. For what? Over corruption. So I think we can go on and on and on. But the thing to know is that the problem we have had as a nation is lack of policy consistency and lack of policy coherence. So changing government every 3.5 years can only lead to confusion. I ask you, on the basis of the sacrifices that Buhari has already led Nigeria to make, reconciling effort with reward, let us sustain it so that together Nigeria shall move from a consuming country of imported product to a country that not only consumes what it produces, but it exports the surplus of what it is not able to produce. Great Ekiti people! Great Ekiti people! Great Ekiti women! No woman, no nation. No woman, no youth, no election. No man, no miliki.
We have decided to vote Buhari. We have decided to vote Oshibajo. We have decided to vote for progress.
Yes, it is the live telecast of events here. at Ekiti Parapo Pavilion, venue of the presidential campaign of the All Progressives Congress, APC. The national chairman of the party, Adams Oshiomhole, just spoke to the taste, to the expectation of the crowd here about the programs, the policies and manifestos of the party, especially what to expect in the next dispensation if voted to power. And the next thing here, he wants to still say one or two things about those who are listening to him and, of course, those who are here to change allegiance of political parties.
There is victory for us. There is victory for us. In the struggle for Nigeria, there is victory for us. Forward ever, backward to PDP never. In the struggle for Nigeria, there is victory. Here, Ekiti people, having said that, I will invite the lady with a very sweet voice. Yeah, any voice to do. So, she will invite, she will call the names of those who have decided to reunite with us in the APC family so that together we'll continue to sweep Nigeria cleaner and cleaner and cleaner and better.
Yes, we are still reaching you via the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Africa's largest television network, with events at the Ekiti Parapo Pavilion here in Ado-Ekiti, venue of the presidential campaign in Ekiti. The national chairman of the APC, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, just addressed the crowd a while ago, intimating them of the programs and the policies of the government and the need to consolidate by re-electing the presidential candidate of the party, APC, and of course the sitting president, Muhammadu Buhari. Well, it is time to receive some people who are changing allegiance of political parties, and Tayo has more.
Yes, the chairman of the APC in Ekiti State, Paul Omotosho, is there presenting the campaigns from other parties to the national chairman, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole.
That is High Honorable Lagbada. Then Honorable Cecilia Dada, a sitting member of the House of Assembly. Okay. Honorable Ilesami, Honorable Yinka Adeloye. And we have here with us as well, Mrs. Tosina Luko. And then Mr. Honorable Olariwaju Olayanju. They are all here representing the very many people that are coming to our party this afternoon. So before you, APC. So I present them to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Buhari has come again to take us to the next level. Let's follow our leader higher to the next level. Nigeria, it's time to move on.
Hello, Tony. I'm Otito. On behalf of our president, our national leader, Musane Sebaba Buhari Amatukuna. We welcome you into the APC family. May the spirit of this broom bond us together to strengthen our president and our party, our governors, our senators, so that together we'll continue to sweep Nigeria cleaner for the benefit of all Nigerians, both Nigeria of today and those who are yet to be born. Welcome on board.
Buhari has come again to take us to the next level.
You see, that's why I wanted to hear from a woman. You see, the voice is sweeter. APC! Yeah, it's nice. Thank you very much.
Members of the People's Democratic Party have also defected to the All Progressives Congress, including a former Deputy Governor, Savio Abiodun Aluko. Tayo.
Yes, we are still at the Ekiti Pavilion, and any moment from now, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, will be taking the stage to speak to the gathering.
Life. Ọpẹ́ ló yẹ ọ́, bàbá olóore, ìyìn ló yẹ ọ́, Ọlọ́run ọba, Hosanna yẹ ọ́, ó ṣé o bàbá.
Kì í ṣe agbára mi, kì í ṣe títóbi rẹ̀. Mo ṣe já mi sí o bàbá. Òkè òkè là ń lọ, 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 òkè òkè là ń lọ. Olóríire tẹ̀lé mi. Òkè òkè là ń lọ. Olóríire tẹ̀lé mi. Òkè òkè là ń lọ. Olóríire tẹ̀lé mi. Òkè òkè là ń lọ. Ọpẹ́ ló yẹ ọ́, bàbá olóore. Ìyìn ló yẹ ọ́, Ọlọ́run. Hosanna yẹ ọ́, ó ṣé o bàbá.
Ẹ ṣé o. APC mi ò gbọ́ yín o. APC APC APC. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, Your Excellencies, governors of all of the Southwest states present, the national chairman of the APC, our great party, Comrade Chairman Adams Oshiomhole, our national leader, Ashiwaju of the world, the Jagaban Bogu Jagaban Africa, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the national chairman, the former national chairman of the APC, Baba Bisi Akonde, Baba Omo KKK, our host governor, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, and his wonderful wife, Erelu Bisi Fayemi, the DG of the Campaign Council, the Right Honorable Chibuke Rotimi Amechi, all party leaders present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say first of all how grateful I am to be in your midst today. Mo dúpẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Olódùmarè pé mo lè wà láàrin yín lénìí, pé a wà láàrin àwọn alààyè, àwa tí Ọlọ́run gbàlẹ̀, àwa tí Ọlọ́run yọ́nú ewu. A dúpẹ́ 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 lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè. Ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run yọ wá nínú ewu yẹn pé ká lè ṣiṣẹ́ ni, nítorí iṣẹ́ nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run fẹ́ ká ṣe, gbogbo nǹkan tí Olúwa Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè fẹ́ ká ṣe ní ilẹ̀ Káàárọ̀-o-jíire ń bí, ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà, nǹkan tó fi dá wa sí nìyẹn. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ dá gbogbo wa sí. Àárí adùn nínú ìlú yìí, àárádùn lẹ́kìtì yìí, a ti ń rí o ṣùgbọ́n àárí sí, àádẹ́rádùn sí náà ní Nàìjíríà wa yìí lórúkọ Jésù. Mélòó nù wá ń bí lólóríire? Mi ò rọ́wọ́ olóríire ń bí o, ẹ̀yin dà, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
olóríire gbogbo olóríire tó wà ń bí ṣoríire sí Olúwa Ọlọ́run Olódùmarè á tún jẹ́ kẹ́ róríire yìí sí ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ mẹ́ta ni mo fẹ́ bá yín sọ torí nǹkan tó jẹ ìjọba Muhammadu Buhari lógún jù àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ mẹ́ta yìí ni nǹkan tó jẹ wá lógún jù ìkíní ni iṣẹ́ fún àwọn ọ̀dọ́ kí ni mo wí o iṣẹ́ fún àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ìyẹn ló kọ́kọ́ jẹ wá lógún jù ìyẹn ló jẹ president wa lógún jù nítorí náà la fi ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe ẹ ti gbọ́ ń pa railway Lagos Kano railway tó máa wá dé Ekiti nǹkan tó fi ń bọ̀ lẹ́kìtì ni pé ó ń múṣẹ́ bọ̀ lẹ́kìtì iṣẹ́ fún engineer iṣẹ́ fún àwọn administrator iṣẹ́ fún accountant iṣẹ́ fún àwọn tó ń tó ń jẹ iṣẹ́ fún àwọn tó tiẹ̀ máa maintain railway yẹn lásán iṣẹ́ tíyẹn nìkan máa mú débí kì í ṣe kékeré rárá ṣùgbọ́n lẹ́yìn yẹn ẹ tún ti gbọ́ lọ́wọ́ gómìnà náà pé Adó Èkìtì Àkúrẹ́ dual carriageway ìyẹn tún wà Adó Èkìtì Àkúrẹ́ dual carriageway iṣẹ́ ńlá tún nìyẹn iṣẹ́ fún gbogbo àwọn tó máa wà ń bẹ̀ àti engineer àti administrator àtàwọn gbogbo àwọn tó máa ta oúnjẹ gbogbo àwọn tó máa supply iyẹ̀pẹ̀ àtòkúta gbogbo ẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ńlá nìyẹn fún gbogbo àwọn yẹn gbogbo nǹkan tá a fẹ́ mú ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ní ọ̀rọ̀ iṣẹ́ yìí ló wà nídìí gbogbo ẹ̀ nǹkan tá a fi dá Empower lẹ̀ nìyẹn Empower yìí ó jẹ́ ètò iṣẹ́ fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wa tó ń jáde ní school tó ń jáde ní university téèyàn bá jáde ní university á kọ́kọ́ lọ ṣe youth corps náà tó bá ṣe youth corps yẹn tán ó lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wáṣẹ́ ibi tí Empower ti gbé Empower yọ nìyẹn nǹkan tá à ń ṣe fún gbogbo àwọn Empower mélòó ló wà ń bínú àwọn Empower dà mo rọ́wọ́ yín lókè mẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan tá à ń ṣe ń pa Empower yẹn ni pé téèyàn bá ti jáde ní youth corps àá fún ní Empower àá fún ní iṣẹ́ yẹn dẹ̀ rèé gbogbo wọn la tún ń kọ́ ní nǹkan tí mo dì mú yìí kọ̀ǹpútà tí mo dì mú yìí la máa fún kọ̀ọ̀kan nu wọn kọ̀ǹpútà tí mo dì mú yìí kọ̀ọ̀kan nu wọn ló máa ní kíní nǹkan tó dẹ̀ wà nú ẹ̀ ní ẹ̀kọ́ oríṣiríṣi táwọn náà lè fi máa lọ síwájú tó máa fi máa ṣe lọ síwájú ẹ̀kọ́ táwọn náà lè kọ́ra wọn láti lè lọ ṣe lọ síwájú la kó sínú gbogbo kọ̀ǹpútà yẹn ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó wà nú ẹ̀ ni pé a ti ṣe 500,000 Empower yẹn káàkiri gbogbo Nàìjíríà nísìnyí a fẹ́ ṣe 1.5 million la fẹ́ ṣe àwọn iṣẹ́ tá a fẹ́ ṣe ní Empower nìyẹn nǹkan tó rọ̀ ẹ́ fi jẹ wá lógún jù ni pé àwọn tó ń jáde ní yunifásitì lọ́dọọdún 1.7 million àtàwọn polytechnic ká bá pa wọ́n pọ̀ 1.7 million ni nǹkan táwọn á fi sọ pé nínú gbogbo wọn yẹn o 1.5 million nínú wọn láti ríṣẹ́ ibi tí Empower yẹn ti wọlé nìyẹn láti lè máa fún wọn níṣẹ́ tó bá ti jáde ní youth corps gbàrà báyìí wọ́n á ṣàṣírí nǹkan kan tó máa ṣe ṣùgbọ́n ibẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ ló parí sí nǹkan tá a fi ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ iná power tá à ń ṣe electricity tá à ń ṣe nǹkan tá a fi ń tún ṣe torí gbogbo yín lẹ ti gbọ́ pé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 2005 ni pé wọ́n ta NEPA wọ́n ta fóríṣiríṣi àwọn company oríṣiríṣi company náà ta fún nísìnyí àwọn company yẹn èmi ò lè rówó tó fi máa ra transformer fáwọn àdúgbò tó ń supply iná sí èmi ò rówó láti ra mítà pàápàá láti fi mítà nǹkan tó fi ń send estimated billing káàkiri nìyẹn nǹkan tí ìjọba Muhammadu Buhari wá sọ pé a máa ṣe ni pé a jẹ́ kí àwọn company míì náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí supply iná yìí kì í ṣàwọn tán ti license ẹnìkan a jẹ́ kẹ́lòmíì náà lè supply ẹ̀ ẹlòmíì lè wá sọ pé ókè o Èkìtì ń bí Adó ń bí lèmi máa supply àá fún wọn license àá ní kàn ṣe gbogbo yẹn láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mú ṣe ń sìn àti ń ṣe solar power nísìn káàkiri à ń ṣe yẹn lọ́jà káàkiri à ń fún wọn níná káàkiri ìyẹn gangan la kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ ṣe tá a bá ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ iná yẹn industry á ṣe é ṣe tailor àríná mechanic àríná gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ oríṣiríṣi iṣẹ́ kéékèèké àwọn tó ń dá factory lẹ̀ wọ́n á ríná á dẹ̀ ṣe é ṣe fún wọn ìyẹn gan-an la wá mú ṣe ń sìn gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń mú ṣe ń sìn ìtajà máa ṣe ní next level náà dẹ̀ nìyẹn ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò tí ì tán bẹ́ẹ̀ a wá sọ pé gbogbo àwọn tó ń wá owó kéékèèké láti máa ṣòwò àwọn tó ń wá owó kéékèèké láti máa ṣòwò àwọn ìyá lọ́jà àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àwọn tailor àtàwọn mechanic àtàwọn welder àtàwọn oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn ṣá tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àwọn yẹn a ní a máa láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í yá wọn lówó láìsí èrè lórí ẹ̀ láìsí interest lórí ẹ̀ a máa yá wọn láwọn owó yẹn tí wọ́n á lè fi máa dáṣẹ́lẹ̀ tí wọ́n á lè fi máa ṣiṣẹ́ wọn ìyẹn ni à ń pè ní people money bank tá a fẹ́ dálẹ̀ tó máa fún àwọn èèyàn lówó ẹ̀ ńgbà tá a sọ pé a máa fún àwọn ìyá lọ́jà lówó àwọn lọ́jà kéékèèké ńgbà tá a sọ pé a máa fún wọn lówó wọn ní kò ṣeé ṣe a ti ṣe ń sìn a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fún wọn lówó tá a bá fún wọn ní àwọn lọ́jà kéékèèké gan la kọ́kọ́ láti fún nìyẹn ṣùgbọ́n a tún ń fún àwọn aládàá ńlá náà àwọn yẹn market money là ń pè àwọn yẹn láti wà nínú ẹgbẹ́ alájẹsẹ́kù ká tó lè máa fún wọn lówó yẹn a dẹ̀ ń fún wọn ṣùgbọ́n èyí tá a wá fẹ́ ṣe yìí titun leléyìí ìyẹn là ń pè ní people money bank yìí tó yẹ pé gbogbo àwọn tó fẹ́ máa dáṣẹ́ lẹ̀ la máa fún ní owó yẹn á dẹ̀ kàn wá rẹpẹtẹ lẹ́kìtì yìí o mi ò gbọ́ yín o mo ní á kàn wá lẹ́kìtì yìí o gbogbo àwọn tá a fẹ́ dáṣẹ́ lẹ̀ ń bí á kàn wá gbogbo wa la máa rí gbogbo wa la máa rówó tá a lè máa fi dáṣẹ́ lẹ̀ tá a máa fi máa ṣiṣẹ́ wa lọ bí n ṣe sọ fún yín ọ̀rọ̀ iṣẹ́ yìí ó jẹ wá lógún púpọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n kí n tó parí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí tá ẹ bá gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ìgbà míì tá a bá sọ nǹkan báyìí tá a bá sọ pé a máa ṣe báyìí gbogbo nǹkan táwa là máa ṣe là ń ṣe o torí ọ̀tá Buhari tó le jù pàápàá ó mọ̀ pé lóòótọ́ ni ó mọ̀ pé kò ní purọ́ ó mọ̀ pé tó bá lóun máa ṣe nǹkan á ṣe gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ títì tá la máa ṣe tá la máa parí Adó Èkìtì Àkúrẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa mú ṣe tá dẹ̀ máa parí àwọn PDP bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe gbọ́n pa wọn kò sí rọ́tàn ọ̀pá ìgbà tó yá wọ́n ní pé Muhammadu Buhari kó fẹ́ da gbogbo ìlú di mùsùlùmí mo ní báwo nìyẹn ṣe é ṣe tó yẹ pé àwa Christian èmi Christian ní vice president tẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ wo cabinet wa pàápàá 20 of us ní Christian bẹ́ẹ̀ 18 ní mùsùlùmí tó wà ń bẹ̀ kò sí orí gbogbo àwọn irọ́ tó fẹ́ máa pa fún wọn ẹ má jẹ́ ká gbàrọ̀ wọn o kò sọ̀rọ̀ tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo wa àti Christian àti mùsùlùmí àtàwọn tó tiẹ̀ láwọn ò tiẹ̀ ṣe kankan nínú ẹ̀ pàápàá gbogbo wa níjọba wa wà fún kò sẹ́nì kankan tó máa sọ pé a máa ṣe ẹ̀sìn kan irọ́ ńlá ni irọ́ burúkú irọ́ sẹ̀tánì nìyẹn ẹ má gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn ẹ má jẹ́ kán sọrú ẹ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ yín irọ́ ńlá ni gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe àwọn tó ń purọ́ yìí wọ́n fi ń bo jẹgúdújẹrá ni wọ́n fi ń bo ni a dẹ̀ ti sọ pé nǹkan tó bàlúwa jẹ́ jù ní jẹgúdújẹrá nǹkan tá a fi lè rí lọ síwájú lẹ́yìn tẹ́lẹ̀ nìyẹn nǹkan tá a fi lè rí lọ síwájú nìyẹn torí olè ti pọ̀ jù gbogbo olè wọn là ń rí nǹkan tá a fi ń mú wọn nìyẹn à ń mú wọn a dẹ̀ ń gbowó yẹn padà lọ́wọ́ wọn à ń fi sínú budget wa fi ń túnṣe 2010 to 2014 nílùú wa yìí pa owó jù lórí epo 2010 to 2014 383 billion naira la pa lówó epo 2010 to 2014 kí náà fi ṣe Lagos Ibadan expressway lásán wọn ò ṣe àṣẹbẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe yẹn ni Lagos Kano railway wọ́n máa ń fi sí budget every year ọdọọdún náà ń fi sí budget wọn ò ṣe wọ́n ń kówó jẹ ni adẹ̀ṣẹ̀ phase 1 ẹ̀ a máa ṣí phase 1 níjọ́ méjì sí mẹ́ta látẹ̀ní lọ la máa ṣí phase 1 Lagos Kano railway yẹn Lagos Ibadan èyí tó ń bọ̀ lábẹ́kúta tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́kìtì ìyẹn la máa ṣí ní 3 days time sí no 7th of February la máa ṣí yẹn gbogbo yẹn ó yẹ kán ti ṣe wọn ò ṣe tó rán kówó jẹ second Niger bridge tó ti ń sọ látijọ́ ẹ̀ ti ìlà oòrùn lọ́hùn wọ́n commission ẹ̀ wọ́n design ẹ̀ wọ́n lọ ń ṣe commission àárí design ẹgbọ́rú ẹ̀ rí pé kéèyàn lóhun commission nǹkan kò sí design àṣẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ lórí ìyẹn tó yẹ pé iṣẹ́ yẹn dẹ̀ ti lọ síwájú rẹpẹtẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe Mambila Hydro 40 years nìyẹn ti wà ń bẹ̀ tó ń sọ pé àwọn ń ṣe àṣẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe ni bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni Ìtàpẹ̀ Warri railway tó máa fi gbogbo iron ore wa 35 years wọ́n ń ṣe budget ńgbà gbogbo àṣẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe ni gbogbo nǹkan tí Muhammadu Buhari lòun máa mú ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ló mú ṣe ní kọ̀ọ̀kan àwa kan mọ̀ gbogbo àwa tá a wà ń bí la mọ̀ pé ńgbà tí Buhari ń ṣe Minister of Petroleum la kọ́ refinery mẹ́ta nínú mẹ́rin ta nílùú wa òun ló kọ́ mẹ́ta nù ẹ̀ àtìgbà yẹn wọn ò tí ì fìkan kún 16 years lọ owó lọ wọn ò fìkan kún gbogbo àwọn ètò ti kọ́ yìí after tó kọ́ mẹ́ta yẹn wọn ò fìkan kún láti gbà yẹn náà nítorí náà mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo wa pinnu ń pàtàkì àwa káàárọ̀ ojíire torí àwa káàárọ̀ ojíire ìjọba wa lélẹ́yìí ó ti kàn wá ná a dẹ̀ ń láti rí i pé agbárùkù tìjọba yìí ká lè rí jẹ́ ń bẹ̀ ká gbogbo wa lè rí jẹ́ ń bẹ̀ ká lè rí lọ síwájú àwọn ìlú wa ká lè rí lọ síwájú àwọn èèyàn wa ẹ̀yà wa yìí ẹ̀yà onílọsíwájú ni ẹ̀yà olóríire ni ẹ ti gbọ́ ń pa àti bàbá Fásọmí a rí wọn sìn àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re gidi ni àwọn yẹn a dẹ̀ ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn gbogbo àwọn aṣíwájú wa lẹ ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn olóríire ni wá nílẹ̀ káàárọ̀ ojíire àní pàdánù àní fàsẹ́yìn òkè la ó máa lọ kí n tó máa lọ máa tún láti kọrin yẹn ta ló mórin yẹn o ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ rí ìka ìlábẹ̀ náà ẹ jẹ́ ká na ìka ìlábẹ̀ wa torí ká ta fi máa dìbò ní eléyìí o ìka ìlábẹ̀ yìí la fi máa dìbò ẹ jẹ́ kí n rí o òkè là ń lọ o òkè là ń lọ o olóríire tẹ̀lé mi òkè là ń lọ o a ò ní pàdánù o òkè là ń lọ o a ò ní fàsẹ́yìn o òkè là ń lọ o.
òkè là ń lọ o.
The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, who is also the running mate to the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, has just spoken extensively in Yoruba language, explaining to the people the efforts of the Muhammadu Buhari-led administration, what the administration has done so far about power, about employment.
You know, President is a unifier. Everybody now speak out, say Baba, say Buhari. Everybody knows the meaning now. Abibeko. So now, Abike wanted to introduce the president. I said, no, this one pass her power. Now we are going to, as musicians we say, bring on stage Mr. Integrity, Mr. Character, Mr. Courage, the catcher of thieves, the one who embarrassed even foreign leaders when they tried to embarrass us. I remember a British Prime Minister before he was retrenched. He said Nigeria is fantastically corrupt. And President Buhari said, can you fantastically hand over the stolen money, which is fantastically stored in British banks? But before him, no any Nigerian president can talk like that. So, Mr. President, it is a rare honor and privilege for me, on behalf of our party and the great people of this great state, where every other person is a professor, to bring Your Excellency to address your people. Mr. President, sir.
have decided to vote
Say Baba,
say Buhari.
say Baba,
Say Buhari.
Ubu, 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 Ubu. Say Baba, say
Buhari.
Baba Lole,
Baba Lole, say.
Next level.
APC. 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 Your Excellency, the Vice President, the governors, starting with our host, the governor of Ekiti State, the governor of Ogun State, the governor of Osun State, the governor of Ondo State, and the other governors that are here, members of the Executive Council, the ministers, the senators, members of the House of Assembly, the Vice President, and the wife of the Governor of Ekiti State. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there is hardly anything new that I can tell you. I am very pleased the Vice President is here, and the Chairman of the National Economic Commission has told you in detail what we are doing, especially that affects your state. I assure you what the Minister of Transportation said, Amechi, because he's in charge, he told you what we are doing about the railways from Lagos to Kano through the states along the line. That we are very conscious of the promises we made when we were coming in 2005. We have done quite well in security. The people of Northeast are the best judges because what they were in and what we did when we came to secure that region. About the economy, we are doing very well in agriculture. We have stopped importation of rice, and the money we save, we are putting it in infrastructure. We are doing the roads, we are doing the rail, and we are trying to provide power. Fighting corruption is a much more difficult thing to do under this arrangement. But what we are doing, we are getting the law enforcement agencies to watch those who abuse trust. They will be investigated and prosecuted. Whatever is taken away from them will be put in the treasury. Hence, we came with the treasury single account. And let us build the roads, let us do the rail, let us bring power so that Nigerians can run their own businesses and work very hard, as I believe Nigerians do. I thank you very much for coming and standing in the sun for so many hours to listen and to see us. I am very grateful. I am very grateful. The 2 times I came here, I enjoyed success. I came here to campaign for the governor. I am very pleased he's in place. I came here now to campaign for myself. I believe you are going to give us the vote. Well, thank you very much, and I'll say goodbye to you. I assure you that I will come back before the next election. Thank you very much.
APC, Nigeria. The national anthem, please. The national anthem.
decided to vote